Alright. So, I posted a review of DC Universe Online for the Switch and decided I was going to tinker with it just a bit more. While I played this game a ton, I definitely want to keep playing it. Mostly because of the server stuff. Like, so my internet is not the best, and today we had new interwebs installed, and so I thought, nah, you know what? Let's see if my complaints are more towards DCUO or towards our internet provider. Now, I did have other people tell me that they were having similar server issues with DCUO, so it's entirely possible that, you know, they've been doing this as long as they have. It's entirely possible that they knew how or did resolve these already, and I'll hope that that's the case. I don't really feel like investing money in this, as I already did on the PlayStation, so, which is kind of a shame, I will admit, is a huge shame, because I definitely want, I want my old power sets. Like, fire is fun. I don't mind fire. I actually don't mind any of the tank classes, oddly. Fire, ice, they're fun to play. But I miss electricity, I thought was fun. You know, it had a healer sub-roll. Every roll has damage. But it had a healer sub-roll. I really enjoyed that. I played a priest in WoW for years. Playing the healer, I don't know. Something about it's fun. I like playing support. I'm an oddball in that manner. And yeah, I miss that. I miss my lantern powers. I'm not even the biggest Green Lantern fan, but oh dang, if it isn't fun to play Green Lantern or a Green Lantern in this game, I don't know what is. And it's weird, I love super speed in this game, especially when it gets ranked up and you start like really booking it. But I was playing City Heroes the other day on the PC, and I forgot how much, as dated as that game was, I forgot how much I missed that. It was super speed in any of these games is a really interesting power set, just because when you think of like the physics of it. I am out of the quest zone area. So she said rooftops. I have played this multiple times with multiple characters all the way through to level cap and then some post. I think of the 3 starting characters, you're going to have people that absolutely adore Batman's, because you do end up fighting, I think it's like Scarecrow and Bane in the first 10 levels, and that's fun. Batman has a really popular rogues gallery. But to me, there is something about fighting... I like Wonder Woman's bad guys, Felix Faust and the Magic. I do think it's weird. If you want to get technical, I think it's weird that Wonder Woman is like the Magic character. I think there would have been... I know they wanted the Trinity, but I think there would have been better, you know, just going thematically, there would have been better... There would have been better Magic mentors than her. And this is a nice change of pace, because I have been playing the heck out of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 for the Switch. That game is a huge improvement and callback on my... God, I had to have been 18 at the time, but playing through all the X-Men Legends games. The new Ultimate Alliance is a crazy good update to that genre and that game license, essentially. This student is so going to be possessed. And these are the, I will say, these are the early levels of this game, right? Is just hammering through everything. Nothing really poses that big of a challenge. So, I don't mind it. It is nice to break up. But I do think having played Ultimate Alliance 1 so much lately that I don't love this as much. While the combat in that, and the games are uncomparable, but there are aspects that I feel comfortable comparing, like the combat in each. This is a deeper combat system, and yet it feels really clunky in comparison. And I missed, during my review, I didn't miss it in-game. I missed it because I had no micromanagement to do with it, and that was really weird for me. The leveling up system in DCUO used to be like a skill tree, like Diablo, and you had essentially two trees. You had one tree that kind of synergized better with your damage aspect or role, and then you had one tree that synergized better with your focused role, right? So I loved electricity. There was definitely one tree that focused more on abilities that synergized with my healing aspect and then with my damage aspect. And now that's gone. I mean, it's just gone. Now when you level up, I can actually show you. Now when you level up, traits. I don't even think I can, there we go. Now when you level up, you kind of just have this. And this is nice, you know, for new players, this is really good. And it shows you. This is really good with tank roll. Oh, that's unlocking tank roll, my bad. But this, yeah, it shows you everything you need, and then it shows you, you know, fireball here. Shoot a searing fireball at your target, dealing damage over time. That's great. Power cost, power interactions, it's all there, and then it shows you what it does if you were in tank roll as well. Now, yeah, both trees had stuff like that in the previous build, but it definitely had two trees more focused. Now it's pretty much like, hey, here are all the fire abilities, and you're going to get them over your, you know, level maxing. That, to me, is a downgrade. I really liked, there we go, tank roll. I really liked the ability to do that. And the other thing that has really not improved over time is the menus on here. I've never cared for the leveling system here. Outside of the talent tree, which was really cool, the putting points into like unlocking weapon combos, I feel like all those probably should have been unlocked at the start, but that's still here. We still get to put points into our weapon levels. I'm not classic. Everyone stood in this stance before. I'm not in love with these collectibles. I don't hate them, but I think my criticism from that is going to come from having played this game so much. So when you play through with multiple characters, it is just not a great feeling to be collecting those with every character. So then you stop, but then you didn't collect them with every character. Oh, I did not want to do a booster gold. Did not want to do a booster gold thing right there. Where are my paramedics? I do like brawling. It is probably one of my favorite power sets in the beginning. And I will tell you, if you are new, oh, the paramedics will be around these. If you are new to DCUO and you are interested in playing, these games do a really, really good job of making it solo friendly in any role. So if you have a power set that is built for healing, you can 100% solo through it and play in the damage aspect or role. I forget if it's, I think it's the role. So you can play through in the damage role and you will be just fine because you'll have those healing abilities too. Those will help you solo through the game. Now, I like playing through as the tank because the tank has self-sustain, a lot of it. So if I use damage, I have a ton of self-sustain abilities. But at the same time, if I want to play through a harder thing that maybe I'm not even leveled for, I can play through in the tank role and have a little bit extra durability. And I really appreciate and like that. Not that I understand the argument, not that MMOs should be encouraging solo play, but it's nice to have that option, right? I mean, I remember playing World of Warcraft, there were still a lot of things you would do solo, even if it was, you know, the largest MMO. There were a lot of things, whether it was grinding or whether it was... What am I wasting my time with that for? Where are my paramedics at? Whether it was grinding, there were a lot of things you could do solo in World of Warcraft, you know, outside of like raids and dungeons and stuff. So yeah, it's, I mean, it's nice to have that. I have considered getting into... Nope, yep, we're just leveling super fast. I have considered getting into Final Fantasy on the PlayStation, the MMO, because I have heard that the story is really good. I referenced him in my review for Ultimate Alliance 3. I watch a lot of videos from YouTuber Dreamcast Guy. I think he does a great job reviewing games for the most part. And he... I'm not going to do the booster gold stuff right now. There we go. He happened to mention that that had a really good story in it, and that it was technically possible to play through everything but the dungeons of that story on your own. So that actually had my interest super peaked, because I play at odd hours. I have 2 kids and I work from home, so my hours are pretty non-standard for when I can play stuff like that. It's not like, you know, a lot of people get home from work and they'll play their MMO with their friends. That's not really possible for me because of my kids. You know, the evening times are usually kid-filled. And playing at odd hours would usually mean that I have to be able to do everything in the game solo, or at least experience it solo, even if it's not optimal. And then, you know, when I have time to play with my friends, do it. And I know a lot of people that play Final Fantasy now that it's free to play up to like level 30 or whatever. And yes, I'm gonna spam fire constantly because there are certain fire abilities that are really good in the beginning, and the fire ability that you start with has a really good burst effect. It costs a little less power than the other fire abilities, and it's just a fast animation. I don't know if you can tell, but these guys do not pose like a grave threat or challenge. Now here's the embarrassing part, is I could have swore I remember all this being harder. I can't say that the game has like gotten easier. I definitely remember this stuff being harder, and I feel like I'm just walking through everything. I have not even... Oof, that's a boss fight. I have not even begun to customize my equipment. So I'm going to leave this right here. Quick, give a shout out. And yeah, if you guys have or are playing DCUO, leave in the chat or leave a comment after the fact. let me know. Ooh, Supercharge. Let me know what you think of the game. Do you enjoy DCUO? Have you enjoyed it in the past? Have you given it a shot on the Switch? I feel like it's one of those games too where, okay, so you definitely can play this portably, and I mean, it looks pretty good. I'll be honest, it looks pretty dang good for a portable MMO on my Nintendo Switch. I cannot complain. However, I will definitely say that despite not being able to complain about the portability, I definitely did not see this being a game I need to play portably. Just gonna drop a shout out for the stream, and then I will get back to what I believe is the Raven boss fight. An early game, I love the Teen Titans boss fights, so. But yeah, if you guys have played DCUO, or if you have experienced it on the Switch, I know it just came out this week, but if you own a Switch and you don't have this downloaded at this point, what are you doing? Do it. Download that game. And we'll see how fast, playtime-wise, I can level this tank. Gameplay-wise, I bet hours I could bust this leveling. I could probably bust out. Here we go. I could probably bust out in 30 hours of gameplay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna snag this while she is doing her classic monologuing, and now we're gonna beat up on Cyborg. I will definitely lay down some of that. When we've got the supercharge, we might as well use it. I have never in this game found a reason to save my supercharges. It is always more advantageous. There we go. I've always found it to be more advantageous to pop off that supercharge right away, because you're gonna get into. I mean, look at it. I've already got, you know, a quarter of my supercharge back. I have 64 soda coolers or whatever, the soft drink you use to heal. Have not needed a single one of them. That makes complete sense. Get in there. Bust it up. Yeah, and it's an interesting dichotomy too when you think Marvel Ultimate Alliance, really cool. You get to build like a team of your favorite Marvel superheroes. Then you get into DCUO and you're like, you get to fight alongside some of your favorite superheroes. And you get to make, you know, one within these parameters. I've always thought City of Heroes character creation was better. Their customization, obviously, leagues above. The big difference is that you do not have, you know, you do not have the cutscenes and the story. Like, I played City of Heroes for a really long time. From release to, you know, well, not completely, but on and off, you know, the way you play MMOs, until the game shut down. And then I have played it a little when it came back. Come on, Donna. But, you know what's interesting is I never really paid attention to the story of that universe. I mean, super weird. Shame on me. I love story. I love theme. I love comic books. But I never really paid attention to that story. Like, I didn't feel really compelled by any of the characters in the game. You know, you would see the main character of that game, superhero-wise, who was like a blend of Captain America and Superman, of course. And I never felt really invested in that world outside of my own character. Have you guys ever played City of Heroes? That might be another thing. DCUO, if you've played it, if you're downloading it this week and trying it for the first time on the Nintendo Switch, how does it stack up to other superhero games you have played? For me, I definitely enjoy the game, and I mean, let's be frank, it's free. I'm enjoying this gameplay for free. It doesn't require, to my understanding, I don't think it requires a Nintendo Switch account, though I have one, so I wouldn't really know if it did or didn't. But this to me is like the lowest of the tiers. I would play old school X. If they remastered X-Men Legends, I would play that in a heartbeat over DCUO. Even though there's less content and it's, you know, story driven, I would play the X-Men Legends series before I would play DCUO. Same with the Ultimate Alliance series, though I have tired on Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2. 64 soda coolers. That's just embarrassing. That's just a lot of soda. That's a lot. I do like the destructible environment here, but I oddly think that there was more of a destructible environment in X-Men Legends 1 and 2. And you get to play as the characters you love better. Ben and I had a discussion about this, though, with those games. And gear in here is equally funny to me as it is there, because I know of no superhero medium where that makes even a lick of sense. Like, fighting these demons here, one drops a glove, and I get a new glove, and my superhero's outfit is upgraded. I don't think that's ever happened in the comics. Yeah, there have been, like, story things where so-and-so gets a new... Nightcrawler gets swords, right? But Nightcrawler doesn't then, you know, keep gear grinding better swords in the X-Men comics. Maybe he does. Or maybe that's an idea for one in the future. You're welcome, DC. There we go. First soda cola drank in the entire game. Why? Because I'm screwed around. That's why. And playing this really just makes me think, like, so like I said, I'm playing this, I want to know, are the servers more stable than I thought they were on day one? Day one's always hectic, but I wanted to get in, I wanted to see what it was like, I wanted to be able to tell you guys what it was like. Yeah, I'll probably have to fiddle with this loadout because I don't like the way things sit. But let's bump up our brawling. Launching uppercut. Haymaker. Oh, yeah, you need Haymaker. See, these used to give stat boosts, too, and now there's no stat boosts here. You used to be able to, like, okay, get punt, guys, because punt's going to give you this stat. There's none of that anymore. Super speed. Oh, what the heck? I need to save skill points. I thought that was under power points. Nope. These are under skill points as well now. Okay. So, everything is skill points. My bad. I think the game, I don't want to say it's been downgraded, but I did not like some of the changes they made. If you guys have played Diablo 3, that's one of those games where they made changes, and the changes definitely help the game's health. They make the game better. I don't really care for any of these changes. And, you know, it's one of those things where I want to buy the Aquaman power set because Arthur Curry's my dude. I gotta get my Arthur Curry, but I did not like downgrading the game by taking out the features I like. Not downgrading like the graphics. It's on the Switch, I understand. Well, just straight up hovering across the board. Giant mug of water. Everyone needs it. If you guys read comics, is Zatanna an interesting character? I've always found her interesting. I've never understood, well, I have understood the hate that she gets, right? Her powers can only activate when she says the word of the spell she's casting backwards. That's ridiculous. But I definitely like Zatanna in the comics. She's cool. It's fun seeing my Teen Titans here too with the new... Oh, see, here we go. Got a demon all glitched out here. 0 health. I'm just gonna keep rocking this demon. Nothing's gonna happen. Get my fire shield going. Alright, demon, you win. I wonder what kind of hit counter I can get on a demon that doesn't die. Can I just build up like a... It's like a 1,000,000 hit counter? I think I could get like 100 times, right? Don't you get an achievement for that? I think you do. I think you do. Oh yeah, that was the other thing that really turned me off. The achievements in this game. Take a main character, hunt those achievements, and then start a new character and stare at that achievement. There we go. And stare at that achievement list, because for the longest time, I just stared at it and was like, nope, not doing it. Not doing it. Almost there. I'm going for 100. Let's see if we get one at 100 still. This is, I'm going to turn this video right here into tips for new players. There it is. Feat achieved. I don't know if the 25 points give me anymore, but I know that they're there. And you know what testing these servers are really taking time away from? My Fire Emblem. I am over 1.5 stories through Fire Emblem. I am determined to play 3 houses. I was sold on the idea of getting 3 houses. I will play all 3 houses. Well, I hit 150, so I'm going to go to 200, but I'm going to assume that 100 was the highest a hit counter award goes. But this hit counter is ridiculous. I don't think I've ever even gotten a 50 hit counter on a normal enemy. Maybe like 30s, 40s on a boss, but... There it is. Alright, well, past 200. I thought, alright, 150, maybe not. Unless it's something crazy like, yep, you need 500. Here we go. Fighting Raven. Whew. If you guys are watching the Titans TV show on the DC streaming app, this is not what Trigon and Raven look like. I wish that they did. I understand it's live action, but oof. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I said. I'm gonna pop off that power boost and heal myself. Oh, just knocked Raven out. Oh. Multi-stage, okay. One quality of life thing I mentioned, though, in my review of the Switch launch. Hot dang, they cleaned up the tutorial. If you are new to DCUO, you should appreciate the brand new tutorial, because it is way better than before. Oh, I need to be careful. For real. There we go. Get my burn shield up. I need to knock this Raven out big time. There we go. Give me a chance to pop off one of these. You got one more for me? I actually should look. If you guys are new to the game, for whatever reason, Metropolis and Gotham have these bonkers amounts of barrels laying around that are toxic, flammable, or in the case of this barrel, yep, just gonna heal myself in a barrel. You know, like you do. So now it's gonna be me and Raven against this possessed spirit of Raven. That's cool. You know I like possessed spirits of people. And if you don't, now you do. I am never getting mass detonation off here. That's like one of the problems of playing solo, is these channeled moves are ridiculous. There we go. Oh, getting the healing. There we go. It actually heals energy too, which is really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for this loot. You know what? I will give DCUO this. The amount of voice work in this game, playing Fire Emblem.
Like a raven, I am an omen of darkness. Through me, Brother Blood has unleashed a dark, brutal evil onto this plane. I can no longer deny my fear that nothing, not even the Titans or our allies, can stop the demon Trigon from rising. He is an evil that has destroyed 10,000 worlds. We are next, for this monster Trigon is my father.
Alright, Zatanna. I should definitely take the time to go through my inventory. Do you think I would even be playing if it weren't for those cutscenes? I stay for the cutscenes. I come for the superheroing, and I stay for the cutscenes. As much fun as it is just roaming around the town too, by the way, and it is fun. It will be more fun when I unlock super duper speed. Because right now, look at that craziness. Right now, I just have speed. Gotta get that super duper speed. I am streaming on the Switch tonight, but in case you did not catch it, Ben was streaming some Magic the Gathering the Arena last night, and it was awesome. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about that. I caught the first part. It was like an hour long. I caught the first part live. Then I had to go back and watch the rest. I have not been playing a whole lot of Magic the Gathering the Arena lately, because I have a genuine addiction to daily quests. But yeah, Ben is just in another league. I told him I needed a 100% win rate last night, and after watching his video, he did not come through on that. Ugh. Nothing better than an advertisement popping above my subtitles and whatnot. There we go. John Constantine is in this? Why do I not remember John Constantine? Obviously we need Super Speed Force. That's... Obviously I'm going to sneeze. So, if you've never played DCUO, You can use these chumps here, Martian Manhunter, to access. Well, actually, this teleportation hub will take you up to the Justice League's tower, but these two chumps will give you access to other stuff. I've got mail. This is. You'll notice I have been cleaning house. I'm like level 12 or whatever. And I have not equipped a single thing. Genuinely have not equipped a single thing. Usually it'll get to that point where you'll kind of hit a wall of these enemies are real spongy, and then you just equip all your stuff. And then you sell it, and then you move on. I'm not a big fan. I didn't mention this in the review, but facts being facts, I'm not a big fan of the way that DCUO runs its free-to-play model. I did not care for the inventory space, financial constraints and stuff. I just do not care. Look at that. Look at that speed. Oh, I just ran into something or someone. Yeah, doesn't get better than that speed. Okay. Go to Chaos Gotham. Really? I have to go to Gotham? Okay. My bad. If I am remembering correctly, great Wonder Woman art. If I am remembering correctly, to go from Metropolis to Gotham, one needs to teleport up to the Watchtower. And then from the Watchtower, I can get to the teleporter that will take me to Gotham. Now, if I were playing this for the first time, for real, I would pretty much 100... Oh, no, look at that. Here's another nice thing they've done. The last time, this should tell you, the last time I was playing DCUO, I had to go to the Watchtower's Magic Wing to get to Gotham. And I don't know where Chaos is in Gotham. Oh, that is a great Scarecrow piece of art there. Alright, Gotham. That guy looks like a Green Lantern. I dig it. Old school Harley Quinn. Also, I dig it. Alright. Should we just knock out this race really quick? In the case that you're deciding on the game, you can now see how ridiculous races are. I'm so fast. Ah! That probably just screwed me up. Thanks a lot, telephone pole. So being super fast is not the best. It's alright. It's alright. And jump! The fact that I still got platinum after you watched me stumble multiple times is sad. Alright, nope, we need that. Come back, please. Where is my map? Okay. Go to Chaos Gotham. Okay. And where is Chaos Gotham? Okay. Should probably just read that part of the journal, right? You can get there from the warp menu or watch Jesus. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not going to do that. I will just go back. I'll go back. Also really cool. Ocean Master. What a boss. What a boss that Ocean Master is. The free-to-play game that I really am excited for, to be quite honest, coming to Switch, is one I already play on the PlayStation, and that is Dauntless. Now, they're saying that all my PlayStation stuff is going to carry over to the Switch. If I can portably carry around Dauntless, I am in for that. That sounds awesome. Though I hope at that point they add some stuff, because I'm not at the end of Dauntless. If you guys haven't heard of Dauntless, there is no real like end to the game, but I'm definitely like out of compelling stuff to do. Well, I need to select that in my journal so it actually pops up on my map. Give it to me. Where are we headed? You are not showing me that. Hide. Hide, hide, hide. We'll get to that stuff when I'm dang well ready. There we go. Tomorrow District. Go! So, if you guys are playing DCUO, it is a good free-to-play game. And I think its issues... Oh, man. I just kind of ran and jumped into the thick of it. Good thing I have 60-plus soda coolers. These dudes are intrepid. If you guys have played DCUO, then I would also like to know who your favorite DC character is. Is it neat to you that you get to see them in the game to some extent? You know, whether they're one of the three. Here we go. Whether they're one of the three mentors for the characters or not. Like, I just saw John Constantine in here. I love John Constantine. That's super cool. Let's look for the little green token, too. I love that Cersei's plans involve turning people into giant animals. That seems good, right? I've always said we needed more lions in Metropolis. More lion people, more rhino people. Boom. Boom, get back down. Oh, sir, you need to be unspelled. Dispelled would be the correct word. I got it. I got it. I got there. You did not need to help. These guys prowling around here like there's something. Punch a rock at you. So if you guys are catching it, I will assume that you care and own a Switch, in which I would also ask what Switch games are you guys into right now? I am super hyped for Astral Chain to release at the end of the month. Ben and I are going to be taking a look at that. And yeah, the two that came out at the end of July, Ultimate Alliance and Fire Emblem, are just... I know they're not for most people, but for me, they're a system seller for me. Like those are the kind of titles that get me onto your system, not stuff like Mario Maker 2, which I have issues with because I don't understand. I'm one of those people. I'm not gonna get it. Some people get it. Mario Maker is not a game I'm gonna get. I have been looking, I will say also, at getting Dragon Quest Builders 2. I absolutely love the Dragon Quest world, and I have never cared for Minecraft. But every single reviewer and person that I have watched or interacted with has said, do you like Minecraft? No, you'll still like this. And so that's actually really interesting. I would be interested in checking that out. I have heard that the tutorial is bonkers long, and I don't like long tutorials, hence my opinion on DCUO fixing their tutorial. Okay. I still got stuff to do here. I'm gonna guess it's the dispelling citizens, that whole spiel. Boom, 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 boom. Giant kick to your face, tiger person. See, if you were playing Batman at this level, you would be prepping to fight Banes like junkies. Not me. Alright, there we go. I've never cared for aggro in these kind of games, just being drugged with you. Oh, there we go. We got to see part of the scenery here of our time loading. Hello, Amazon. Confiscate some elixirs. Oh, we're interrogating people. I don't have the stomach for that. Well, I think I will probably end it somewhere around here, guys. I am going to close out with a couple of things. I think that I stand by what I said. There are a lot of things I'm not a fan of on the Switch release of DCUO. But I will say I appreciate that for whatever reason, the connection on this day, I'm not sure when else it will be, but the connection on this day is at least playable. So that is a huge positive. Obviously, I don't think the game would gain any traction on the Switch if it wasn't playable. So anyway, thank you guys for checking out the stream so much. If you like anything you saw or just want to hang out when we do these live streams, give us a subscribe. Click the notification icon or the like as well, or dislike it and tell me why Aquaman is terrible or why DCUO is the best superhero game of all time. Whatever it is, be sure to leave it below. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you again soon.